This budget brand Nick from Love Island man is the white Kevin Samuels who drops the N-word more than Tarantino and pushes procedures and supplements onto insecure young men. No way Clavicular said this girl looked like snaggy hose.
Bro, here, wait, look. Bro, on God, she looks like Snaggy Hose. On my life.
That is crazy word.
On my life, on my life, on my life. Chat, yes or no? Yes or no?
This was my first encounter with the budget brand Nick from Love Island man known as Clavicular. Oh God. At first, I thought he was just your garden variety, chalk cosplaying, sunscreen smelling, paper impersonating person, humiliating a beautiful black woman, which is unfortunately far more complicated when you see the full context of the clip. However, the deeper down the Clavicular rabbit hole I dove, the more I saw he is a menace to himself as well as everybody else.
This is Clavicular, one of the most extreme glow-ups on TikTok, but it wasn't puberty.
You're probably wondering why he beat Knee-Face harder than a gal in a Get Ready With Me. That is because he is bone maxing. Or mashing. I don't know. Just send the flood already. I had a coach one time for Muay Thai. He did have this practice of like hitting your leg against a metal pole or getting a metal pole. And don't do this, by the way. And rubbing it against your shins to get your shin to be hard. That's the same type of people that used to roll their eyelids up. You know the kids that used to be rolling their eyelids up in school and turning it all in and out? I just think about them youths because I know they either dead or in jail.
Bone smashing can be cope, if you don't understand the use of it, right? So bone smashing is dope if you realize that the swelling is what you want, right? So in terms of going out before nightlife, what I'm trying to do with bone smashing, what my goal of it is to simulate more zygomatic, prominence, right? So more projection. So what I do is I use the swelling to my advantage. So I'll bone smash, and then I will cover up the inflammation with makeup. That way, people perceive my zygos as being a lot bigger from the bone, but not the swelling itself. I usually have to lay in my bed and bone smash because you could have some issues like getting CTE.
The youths, them are giving themselves CTE. Oh God. Believe it or not, this man is 19. Not in dog years, but in human years. He is also predictably from Florida. This is Clavicular. He's a streamer on the app built behind God's back known as Kick. It's the home to Aiden Ross, Pestany, Asmongold, and his harem of roaches, as well as child enthusiasts and gambling addicts. But unlike those yamheads, Clavicular concerns me for far different reasons.
Does bone smashing work? Yes. Bone smashing works. So here's exactly how you bone smash in the most effective manner. What you want to do is realize that the swelling is actually a good thing. That's what you want.
Y'all, what's really going on, man? Y'all okay?
Smash and get what's called a pump. It's like you're working out. You know how you do push-ups before you go into a girl's house right outside her door. Then you ring the doorbell, pumped up off Cialis.
What's Cialis? Cocktail? Boy, come on! This by 19, they be drinking themselves to bits on all kind of Perkinsan and all kind of different things, Yerky and all of this other stuff, to the point where they can't get hard no more. Like I said, erectile dysfunction is a thing. Sympathies towards the limp man them and the limp gawk them. But like, dog, if I got a whole honey pack just to what? But dog, something off the change, dog. Ain't no way I noodling it at 19. You should be at full mass. Your cock should be rising with the sun. What's happening?
So what you do is you get a pump bone smashing, holy gains. And then you're going to cover it with concealer. That way the redness from the swelling doesn't manifest, right? And it looks like you've got these naturally enlarged zygos, right?
So what's a zygote? Y'all niggas tripping, bro. I ain't gonna lie. What's a zygote? A fertilized egg? Oh God. So zygomatic march. Zygomatic bone. No, man.
I hate you with a fucking passion, buddy.
No, man.
And you're gonna look really striking and amazing.
Blood, you gonna look like you just had rounds. So this, I guess, him after a 1-year world record bone smash.
This is an OG bone smash. I used to look like this before I went to work every day, and people would always ask me, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, shit, I don't know, bone smashing? And they'd be sitting there looking at me like, what the is wrong.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a rich nigga laugh. I don't believe this man worked at no restaurant. That is a very wealthy laugh. That's a hedge fund laugh, 401 Roth IRA laugh, blood. While we can't be sure if he's rage baiting or really beating up his face, we can be sure that he is reaching a massive audience of impressionable young boys who will and have followed his advice, as I will show you shortly.
It was a calculated ascension. He started underweight, acne covered, and hollow. After Accutane, he jumped to HGH to rebuild skin, bone, everything. Then came PDO threads, pulled his eyelids down.
Okay, PDO threads. Bro, what is going on, dog? This man... PDO threads. Oh no. Oh God.
Down for the hunter eye illusion. Then trend, dry mass.
This man is a walking pharmacy. Continue.
Collagen density. Melanotin 2 tanned his skin to mask flaws.
My boy was injecting melanin. Oh God. My boy was injecting melanin and then being anti-black. My boy have his grant. He have Nana taking the picture, man.
After that came the testosterone. His face hardened. His frame filled out. This wasn't just a glow up. It was a chemical rebirth. From
chemical rebirth indeed. This man is Chernobyl. Oh God. Looks like Patrick Bateman. People don't even realize this sometimes. When you watch American Psycho, Patrick Bateman is a parody of white fragile masculinity. So you're very right. He resembles Patrick Bateman in more ways than one. It's almost as ironic as the fact that like a lot of these red pill folks get their inspiration for their dogmas and their rhetoric from the Matrix, the most trans film you could think of. Next, I saw a TV Globe. Aiden says he witnessed Clavicular snort when he met him.
As I met Clav, I was chilling with him. He's so respectful, bro. Bro, I'm telling you right now, I like the guy. I like him. Now, I will tell you guys the real truth. I don't know if I'm being a snitch. I've never seen someone snort ever in real life. I literally witnessed Clav
Mind you now, I'm pretty sure Aiden is be on a cocktail himself.
snort, literally witnessed it, and I didn't know how to feel.
And this wasn't the first time that someone outed him for doing that.
Are you actually doing meth, Clav? Is that real?
Nick F asks Clav if he's actually meth maxing.
Are you actually doing meth, Clav? Is that real?
Yeah, that's real, man. That's Aryan maxing.
The fact that Dog said he's Aryan maxing, there's truth to it, because like there was a failed Austrian painter that was geeking at the Jesse Owen Olympics.
Giving all those guys math.
All right. I know all about it. Hey, don't get so defensive. I'm just asking.
This is a method that like a lot of new gen creators have been using and is deeply troubling. You had Nick Fuentes himself casually asking him if he's met Maxon, and he's laughing about it. It's a strategy that they're doing. Deviance amplification is the socio phenomena of society rewarding behavior that is shocking with attention. What creators have been doing is normalizing deviant behavior. So you have Clav on a call with Nick Fuentes, already a wild sentence. And then Clav is admitting to exactly what Aiden says he does. It's not even shocking no more. It's normalized. It's treated with the same casual tone as a morning greeting. And that's the point. He wants to normalize what is deviant and dangerous behavior. Clavicular reveals he is infertile at 19 years old. This man needs some new friends. He hanging out with Nick Fuentes and Sneeko Blood.
So right now, I am infertile, but I'm not able to have a kid right now. But if I wanted to, there's a protocol I can put in place to be immediately good again.
Wait, why are you infertile right now?
So it's just like a negative feedback loop when you're not needing to produce testosterone anymore because your body realizes, okay, we're getting it from an exogenous
So you're not producing
source.
any testosterone naturally?
No.
None?
No.
Infertilizing yourself in the name of upholding an arbitrary beauty standard is the wildest thing I've heard this week. Yet, here he is, sitting down in his frat boy fit, very calmly explaining it as if it's a reasonable thing to say.
Doesn't taking tests shrink your balls?
No, not if you take HCG. But otherwise, yeah, it will. But anyway, that's a cope. Like, what the f do you need big nuts for? That's so stupid.
Can we talk about how TERFs are shrieking at trans people over our fertility and HRT while ignoring shit like this? Not even ignoring, but incentivizing it.
It does shrink your balls though a little bit, right?
Your balls if you don't take something for it. But like,
Got it.
Is this a bad thing? Okay, so I get to be more energetic. I get more muscle. My libido's. Oh, God forbid! God forbid I have tiny nuts.
This is all an effort to normalize what is extremely reckless and foolhardy behavior. You notice that he's trying to convince people, like he's just like, well, what's the problem with this? You have all of these other benefits. You have him with fellow N-word saying enjoyer, Nick Fuentes. The fact that you have them both blowing up in popularity, it's important to take this seriously. Because just like Gamergate, no longer were these 4 Channing troglodytes confined to the gooch, the taint, the undercarriage where the sweat collects. No longer were they confined to the basement of the internet. They're mainstream. And whether the impressionable individuals consume Nick and Clav ironically or not, the foolishness seeps into your subconscious if left unchecked. Both of these folks in this frame right here drop the N-word without hesitation. Clavicular explains enhanced over natural and debunks permanent endogenous suppression myth.
But that's a common argument that people give is, oh, well, you're not going to be able to produce testosterone naturally. It's like, well, I'm never going to do that again. I'm never going to stop.
You're never getting off. You're going to be on it forever.
Yeah, why would you not want to operate at a higher level than the average normal? Because my whole thought process with exogenous hormones is sure, the aesthetic benefit of being bigger. It's nice. Having a more dominant frame is going to help you in business negotiations, politics, whatever.
Dog is really out here justifying why he should make his body dependent upon external usage of hormones. Meanwhile, his body does naturally do that at 19 years old, while being transphobic as hell. There are young folks with dysmorphia that is wrecking their living experience, and they can't get access to meds in order to transition. Meanwhile, this man is out here doing it and justifying it to a bunch of kids for the worst reasons possible.
They're wanting people to spend hundreds of dollars a week on supplements, ashwagandha, certain types of underwear, EMF shirts. And I'm like, fellas, can we just acknowledge for one second. Maybe it would be a little cheaper in this economy just to use synthetic testosterone, and that way you could eat Popeyes and not have to deal with all this bullshit.
It is so wild to see the contradictions and the double standards. This man is promoting smashing yourself in the face and making your body dependent upon hormones in order to just do natural bodily functions. Queer folk die over this shit. Queer folk die over the accusation of doing this, and you have white straight dudes doing this to success, bro. That's wild, man. Fitness doctor gives his take on 19-year-old Clavicular only caring about his looks, neglecting his health, and if it's worth it for Clav to get plastic surgery and do the intense limb lengthening surgery.
We have a friend, his name is Clavicular. He's 19 years old. He's getting a full facial double jaw surgery, rhinoplasty. He's maybe getting limb lengthening surgery. He basically just kind of is like, I don't care about health. I just want to look as good as humanly possible. Do you think that approach is taking it too far?
Health's a big deal.
It's really wild to see Dr. Mike here, given that we know him to be a race realist.
The GPT tells you, because you asked it, that your race or ethnic group is not the most intelligent of all of them, and maybe somewhere down the totem pole much further than you had anticipated. You may also discover at the same time that there is a totem pole of racial intelligence, and you're going to go, holy, what? You keep asking it, it's like, this is reality. You're like, oh my, do I just stop trying? What is this? Holy crap, that's a really big deal. It could really bum you out.
The same eugenics that Dr. Mike subscribes to, Clavicular does too. What's interesting about the Dr. Mike stuff and the things that like really piss me off is I made this video, the gym sale epidemic, right? I made this a year ago. People did not care that Dr. Mike was a racist. People got outraged at his credentials being suspect. They had absolutely no qualms with the fact that he's a race realist. I got so many emails over this one video from Dr. Mike fanatics. They were out there saying Dr. Mike does great work and he's one of the most reputable people and you're making a drama video on him. It's always drama when we calling your ass out for shit. When you're getting called for racism and stuff like that, that's when it's drama. Calling his credentials into question, that's not drama. That's journalism at that point. But him thinking like Charles Darwin, talking about, oh, well, some races are just better than other races. Him thinking like that, not a deal breaker for a lot of folks. A lot of people do not find racism or bigotry as a deal breaker. They will still watch them. They will still align themselves with them. They will still do gym vlogs with them. Oh God. But it's interesting to see him calling out Clavicular because this is the philosophy that they subscribe to. So you have Clavicular and Myron, or Migraine as I call him, talking about the LMS triad.
So on the LMS triad, looks, money, status, how do you rank those?
Every woman is different. Some women might prioritize looks and then money behind that. Some girls prioritize status, then money behind that, or some girls go status, then looks after that. I would say status is number one. You can overcome being not the most attractive guy if you have money and status, right? I mean, look at some of these streamers that they're still getting girls. Why? Because they're famous. But then with that said, there's other guys also that are very good looking with chads that are able to close. But I would say on the grand scheme of things, like overall, if you wanted to be the most attractive to the most women, status is by far I would say the number one thing.
The smell from this TikTok alone is enough. Migrant from fresh and fit, and Clavicular literally turning inceldom into a science by examining it. If it wasn't apparent already, Clavicular is a looks maxer, which is a term that the incel community coined for people who are trying to maximize their looks in order to get access to partners and proximity to power. Cuffum was shocked after Clav reveals that he's paying $35,000 for his surgery. Niggas will do everything but go to therapy.
How much is it?
So I'm paying $35,000.
And what's the damages that could happen to you? Like, what's the worst that could happen?
So there's a risk that can happen with implants, right? Which is what I'm getting, that you can get an infection, but it's around 1 to 2% chance of any, of the implants getting infections. But all that would have to happen is they would have to be removed for 3 months. You go on antibiotics and then put back on. Bimax is a very safe surgery.
This is so irresponsible. Oh God. There's some nuance to this, which I think like a lot of folks miss because we like to dismiss incel logic immediately. Clavicular is arguing that he is maxing on his looks in order to rank higher on the looks, this thing that they were looking at, the looks, money, status triad, right? And he's going about this by ingesting more than just supplements. He is investing $35,000 into a surgery to reconstruct his jaw. A charitable read of looks maxing is that to a degree, they're right. Society is awful to folks who aren't desirable, who don't fit into a very narrow mold of what is deemed to be attractive. At best, you're invisibilized, and at worst, you're punished for parameters outside of your control. But look maxers themselves think that they can control some things about themselves by biohacking, which is manually overriding your biology with supplements or procedures in order to jailbreak your potential, just like how you would jailbreak an iPhone. The irony of all of this is, to me, at its mildest, looks maxing is gender affirming care for all of the wrong reasons. These people are so close to radicalizing themselves against Western beauty standards and also against gender as a social construct, and then they just miss it. The incel community sees the injustice of society towards certain classes, and instead of tearing it down, they arrive at a different conclusion. One that's fraught with phobias, self-loathing, and tangible dangers, exactly lack thereof. They lean into it. They lean into the status quo. They don't have a problem with the fact that these systems are in place. They have a problem with them not being the ones benefited by them. I hadn't seen any black pill content in a while, and I was beginning to believe that they go into the niche sewers of the internet like Pennywise, but Clavicular is bringing them back to the mainstream and radicalizing a swat of young boys to follow in his damn footsteps. And he's not the only one. Clavicular told you to hop on GHK-CU. GHK-CU? Oh, hell no, these niggas on PEP. Oh, God. What is this? Is this an app that people use to scan to see if comment or send for the app and supplier? They got an app to coach you to looks max. It is ridiculous and it ought to be treated as such. But let me be clear. This is eugenics though. Regardless if it's rage bait, AI or not, it communicates an insecurity of that person to the point where they will develop the dysmorphia and he will carry out whatever looks maxing goals he wants to in a different manner. He is sane washing eugenics. He is yassifying ugly laws. There's a proclivity of people to write off sun-dodging yamheads like Clavicular as fools and disengage with him. And while I think to an extent you ought not engage with rage bait because these algorithms don't see disgust, they just see attention, and attention is currency in the creator economy. But at the same time, it is dangerous to let this run rampant unchallenged, or to even simply joke about it without critically engaging with it. It's one thing to just make a video talking about, oh yeah, this is a kick streamer that says the N-word a lot, and laugh it off. But you also need to actually deliver some critical analysis with it. Otherwise, they could think it's just funny. I have a son. I would blush and dead if he was watching rehabilitated Wojak and bought thousands of dollars in looks maxing and bone smashing procedures because Clavicular tell him I endowed him with a weak chin. But that is exactly what he is doing. Clav tells sub 5, you don't even get a name no more. You are a sub 5. This is like Big Brother. You are called by your number. Clav tells sub 5 the sad truth.
What do you think my potential can go up to?
I think you could get to around a 6 out of 10, and I think you're basically...
Oh my God. Just a 6 out of 10? Really?
Bruh. Maybe even a 6.25. This hand photo, like, you know, I think there really is a lot of potential just seeing this with like the curly hair, the perm, a lot of appeal, right? So you just have to grind those agents.
There's no way I can reach like a 9, maybe an 8.
No, unfortunately not.
Here you have Clavicular giving ratings on stream like the white Kevin Samuels. And if you think Clavicular projecting his insecure worldview onto other men isn't bad enough, you will be glad to know that he's not just doing this for content. This dude is doing it because he is promoting a whole looks maxing course. Oh God. Of course it's a course. This is exactly what it's all about. So he's not only an ass whose whole content strategy is to peddle insecurities to his followers and blow up off of beating his face like Anderson Silva. He's doing all of this as a grift. And all of these ratings and things like that is his top of funnel.
What would you rate Michael B. Jordan? A lot of girls I know, they really like Michael B. Jordan for whatever reason.
I can tell you the reason. It's the fact that he's rich and famous, right? In terms of facial aesthetics, he's far below average. I would say that he's about 4 out of 10, maybe 3.5. Super facially challenged, very aesthetically disfortunate. So Michael B. Jordan is not a mugger, not good looking at all.
Okay.
So that's why he gets the 3.5 out of 10.
I can totally see people saying you're not as good looking as Michael Jordan, but I think they're just choking on the status bill a little bit.
You know, I aspire to have the confidence of an aggressively mid-white man, blood. Oh, God. They is going to the world on a different type of timing, dog. Like I'm telling you, the very gall that emboldens an inbred Briton to sail the 7 seas, to rape, pillage, and colonize societies. That's the same caucasity you see right here. Because how this man in the position to call anyone, let alone Michael B. Jordan, anything but handsome? This, of course, brings me to the racial obsession that Clav has. Clavicular goes live for the... I can't look at this shit. Oh, God. This man looked like the boy from Black and White, Bruno. Clavicular goes live for the first time after taking MT2 due to being called pale. So blackface. Hormonal blackface.
Yo. Hey, what up, boys? How we doing?
This image speaks for itself, and it's the mildest example of Clavicular's deep investment in anti-blackness. Whether it's him demonizing or fetishizing blackness, it is still an obsession. And he's particularly obsessed with, you guess, black women.
Would you ever date a black woman?
That is a question that I have heard asked in these white circles, better known as clan rallies. I have heard these questions abound. The question here, would Clavicular ever date a black girl? Or B, would a black gal even spit on Clavicular? And the answer is no, even if he was on fire.
Would you ever date a black woman?
No, I don't really think that people are going to be able to have necessarily the best, like, long-term relationships if the cultures are so different, right? So that's almost as if it's, and the same could be even true with different, social classes. So just that's, you have to be similar to your partner.
Dog is basically out here arguing for an ethno-state. There's more to this. It's important to really break down what is happening here. Because why is this a question? Making the mere hypothetical of would you engage with a black woman supports this reality where black women, they are not even seen as the bottom blocks of the desirability pyramid, but not a part of the pyramid at all. They ain't even on the desirability pyramid. The fact that you have the most aggressively male sapien man them that you can find at your local pro boss shop or clan rally, interviewing one another about the hypothetical fantasy, or to them nightmare, that is to engage with a black woman, is a madness in itself. Because the most desirable, coveted, worthy of the world women, in my experience, from cradle to coffin, has consistently been black women. But due to the orchestrated effort of white supremacy to render black women this alienable class that cannot be feminine, because that means that they can't be slaves. They can't be desirable because that means that they can't be debased. Now, despite the last clip framing black women as alien to femininity, Clav simultaneously holds his fetish for black women as well. Clavicular was getting excited after he realized he could be getting his black belt. What is a black belt, you ask? Hold on.
What'd you rate him?
So me, Auntie gonna give you a 9. I've never dated a white guy or anything like that.
The idea of calling a dude that debases black women white chocolate, by virtue of her being on Fresh and Fit's podcast, tells you a lot. Just by virtue of her being there, launders the experience. he has this deep obsession with a black belt. And as someone who went to school in a PWI, I have heard white men describe a desire to experience black women the way that a thrill seeker would skydive. That means that they don't see black women as people, they're experiences. It reminds me of the Raging Bull shows. You're able to tame this savage beast, and then like you're lauded for that. You're given epaulettes for that. And despite documenting his misogynoir at large, unfortunately, there are some women that still choose to engage with. Clav didn't expect to get this black belt this easy.
I heard you were looking for your black belt.
Yeah. You want to get into it?
I'm down.
Ooh, where should we go?
Anywhere. Right here is good, so.
Right here? You want to crack right here?
Whether this is a skit or legit, it's disheartening. Talking about getting cracked by a white man like a whip. There's no amount of clout, I repeat, there's no amount of fame that is worth the indignifying experience of this nut rag here. Oh God. To treat any woman this way. And as we saw, she got humiliated soon thereafter.
Bro, here, wait, look. Bro, on God, she looks like Schnaggy Hose. On my life.
That is crazy work.
On my life, on my life, on my life.
The Ebonics is killing me too. For him to be pirating black culture as well as using black culture at the same time really pisses me off. And unfortunately, there are people that believe as though they can get access to fame by way of putting themselves in humiliating situations. It is minstrelsy. It's the same thing that Kai Cenat, Speed, and a lot of these streamers end up doing. They align themselves to what is the closest acceptable format for black people to be consumed by white people. And that is often a performance of jester in regards with minstrels, or for black women as beasts of burden, mommies, Jezebels, oftentimes harm. Shout out Zeus Network, shout out Bodies and all them. So oftentimes we do play into these stereotypes. Fans are pissed after Schnaggy praised Clavicular for saying the forbidden word.
Like about you, bro, you're not scared to be you, man. You say the N-word with passion, man. I like that, man. I love that. Niggas like, it be some streamers, man. They say it all day off stream, but get on stream and freeze up and be scared.
He on his rocket from Guardians of the Galaxy shit right now. I can't think of more coonery to praise a white person for saying the N-word. The lack of pushback is exactly the reason why Clavicular over here doing exactly what he's doing with not only black women, but also non-black women. Clavicular really said Albanian girls are basically black.
You're Albanian?
Yes, you know Albanian.
So technically, chat, she's like basically a black chick. If I f her, is that my black belt?
Having Biggie play in the actual clip's audio, then putting Lloyd's rendition of You as a TikTok audio, and then having two non-black people talking about being black is so dystopian that I can't take it. Oh God. She is insulted to an extent that she is being adorned with black femininity in this case. Clavicular tells Cuffum that he's never dated a black girl because of this.
I don't have my black belt yet. What the hell is that? Like when you black bitch, I never did it.
You never the black bitch?
Nah, dude,
You're missing out.
I'm scared.
See, you'll be, instead of Giga Chad, you'll be Chad if you a black girl. Trust.
Dude, I feel like they'll snap my dick off.
Oh God. Cuffum has lost all realms of sympathy that I had for him. This is a man that has absolutely no qualms of making fun of his own blackness and his ugliness, as he calls it. I shouldn't be surprised that he has no problem debasing his blackness as well as black women for proximity to display right here. After all this time of Clavicular talking about how black women are undesirable, he will then turn around and fetishize them. Like here, like the one with the Albanian one, as well as this clip right here.
Like I'm trying to take down a black girl.
Have you never been with a black girl before?
No. Can I figure it out? Let's go.
You think so?
I would do it right now, but I don't think it could fit in my car.
Oh God. He's not only fat shaming, but he's also like height shaming. Tall women get this masculinization because of the fact that height in women is deemed to be masculine. I think this is Angel Fernandez, who is a lot taller than Clavicular, being fetishized for her height and her blackness. She is racially ambiguous as well, so like I don't even know. Y'all let me know about that. But at the same time, while being fetishized, she's also being maligned, because fetishizing is indeed malignment. Neon was shook after Clavicular said he don't want anything but white girls, normal race. So all of these inconsistencies exist at the same time for Clavicular.
What do I do? What? I don't want anything but a white girl. Are you serious? Yeah, bro, what are we talking about? Like, you would get with anything not...
You could see him catching himself and then making a decision to still say it. That's a ooh. And then he just doubled down.
What? You get with anything not normal? Not normal? Not like the normal race? You wouldn't do that? I think they're all normal.
Do you know what you have to do in order to make Neon look normal next to you? He's not only discriminatory towards black women, he's an equal opportunist. Aiden Ross couldn't stop laughing after Clav gave Gorlock the Destroyer an honest rating on her looks.
Better with or without makeup? He looks matcher. Well, what do you rate yourself 1 through 10?
I'm a 10. Well, honestly, I'm an 8 because I'm always room for self-improvement.
I love that. Clock it. All right,
Why the hell is 6ix9ine here? It's a nightmare blunt rotation. And they're in jail. This is my hell.
I got 1 through 10. A real rating. Give it a real rating.
Literally 0.
No.
Come on. No one's 0. It's because I have a pretty face. I'm big, but I have a very
No, she's not.
And honestly, by your personality, I'm pretty sure you're like this small.
Yo!
Oh God. He just simply will dehumanize people for content. Clavicular tells Neon he doesn't like Mexican women.
So you don't like Mexicans? Yeah, I mostly like white girls. Like blondes? I like blondes too. I'm not gonna lie. Like, come on. So like, you know, I feel like right after I break up with my girlfriend who's like way hotter than her. Yeah. Like I can't like go that low. You know what I'm saying? That low? Yeah.
The strategy now is saying the quiet part out loud. Clav gets rejected and she says his ego is too big. So there's a white gal now.
That's a real shame.
The way you talk to girls, are you serious?
I just like, I'm sure. You want me to lie? You want me to be like, I could have had you in my car lying to you, but I'm just being a straight up guy because that's what I owe you. I could have been.
Why do you even think I would possibly do that?
Because I'm telling you, I know how to talk. I know game, but.
Why do you think all girls would do that?
Because I see the way you're looking at me. You're a cute girl.
No, your ego is crazy.
I'm telling
It's a very juvenile tactic, leaning on this derogatory approach of debasing a woman into having sex with you. Santa Cruz couldn't believe Clavicular has slept with 1,000 plus women, but doesn't make any of them come.
What makes me laugh the hardest is when guys try to last longer. It's like, okay, how do I last longer? It's like, mother, why do you want to last longer? Oh, for the girl's pleasure. Oh, what do you do? F you, buddy. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I don't know what you mean. Y'all sound like y'all just like man, straight up. Oh God. Like, no homophobia. Like, it genuinely sounds like y'all do not like the women that y'all are sleeping with. They don't like it when I say this. There's a brand of homoeroticism where they are so misogynistic that they end up liking man. Oh God. In Greco-Roman culture, they hated women so much that they liked man. Love, appreciation, extolation, confidence. They don't hold any of that for women. They idolize men. They want to form bonds with men. They spend their time with men. They message the gals them at night after spending the whole day with man. What do you think post-nut clarity is? Them realizing that they only wanted to bust and that they don't really like the gal that they just bust in. They would rather spend time with man. Oh God. They texting they man right after. They talking in the group chat with the man them after they get the gal them. Where did you hear this before? Was it Andrew Tate or Nick Fuentes saying that the gayest thing that you could do is sleep with a woman? Clav out here busting his face, putting on blush. He taking all of these surgeries, these gender affirming surgeries. He won't be the baddest gal in the room. Oh God. And instead of him embracing his femininity, embracing all of these things, he will malign femininity in the same breath. He hate these gals because low-key he won't be these gals. Oh God. Clav disrespects girl and she still wants him to hit.
a girl playing video games just kind of cringe.
Oh my God. What's up?
Just like the whole like cat ears. It's like this. Yeah, I know you have probably like Discord dates that you do. It's like it's just cringe.
Oh my God.
It's just it's not a redeemable thing. There's no coming back from being an e-thought.
Should I just myself?
No, I think you should just stop.
Oh, okay.
You're in Florida?
Yeah.
Sam,
What part?
Tampa.
Oh, you're in the hood. You're in the hood.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
South Florida, not the ghetto part. From Miami. No wonder you're doing that e-thought bullshit. What the fuck you doing in Tampa?
Oh.
You know?
Okay. Are you gonna fly me out then to Miami?
Yeah, can do that.
Really?
Yeah, but I'll fly you out to Slay. But
this is, bro. Why is he using these vernacular? Oh God. This is straight performance. I've said this before. Being straight and performing straight is drag. You can tell that this is pure performance. This some 2B brand level drag. Neon was in disbelief after finding out that Clavicular uses this pump every day.
Some of the chats that even pump. Yeah, I do. I pump my all the time. You don't pump your No! Bro, that's weird. You're weird. I feel like you're the weird one for not doing it. I guess I'm weird then. No, so pump is phenomenal. It makes you huge and girthy. So whenever you're with a girl, right before you're about to have sex, just sneak off to the bathroom, pump your so hard so it fills it with edema, and you know, when you your gonna be so much bigger. Have you ever a girl and she was walking like this after? Absolutely. Wow. Absolutely. That's sick, bro. Yeah. That's never happened to me. Never happened to you? Nah. How big's your
Oh God. Very straight conversation here. Very, very straight conversation here going on between these two men.
Right now it's inching up on 5 inches, but right now it's at like 4.5. It's still growing though by the day. I'm only 21. No, it's not. It's definitely not growing. You gotta pump.
Clavicular keeps getting rejected after his morgue techniques outdated.
Yeah, I wanted to smash her. On God. I fumbled the bag. Maybe off stream.
He's very nice. He's a very kind gentleman.
Chat, on God, we're gonna sometime.
This is SA culture, by the way. If a gal says we ain't doing nothing, and then on camera, dog makes eye contact with the camera and says, oh yes, we are. That is SA culture.
I don't do that.
You were about to.
I don't do
Chat,
that.
I was this close. I was this close, on God. On God, that was the biggest sell of my life. I've never sold like that. That was a bad game.
Aiden Ross, this is Cheese, I understand, Cuffham, as well as Nick Fuentes. Again, nightmare blunt rotation. Oh God. Everyone was in shock when Clav revealed his custom hat.
I remember when you stole that beanie too. Oh God, I remember that.
I didn't steal it. Like he let me borrow it.
You can see the delight on the racist face.
He didn't want it back after touching your hair.
What is that hat, bro? What is that hat, bro?
Jesus
Christ. Bro, what the who hit you a nigga hat, bro?
He feels as though the only claim to fame that he has is to hang around people who debase him for being black. And yet again, they bond over the racism. This is Clav with, I assume, his partner.
Come on. Come here, Nick. Come here. Tease. Love.
Okay, this is cringe. The N-word's ruined forever. I don't even want to say it
Wait,
anymore.
come here. I'm giving you a bracelet.
Yeah. After she said it, it's kind of like.
You just ruined the N-word.
Him and his white partner bonding over the shared usage of the N-word. It's almost like, yet again, like the Third Reich. You know, a lot of black folks died, but like they don't even talk about it because it's not even worth talking about to them. It wasn't even worthy of being discussed with the same reverence. And I think about that a lot with Clavicular as well. His racism, his hard R maxing is but a footnote to him. It's a side effect of everything else that he does. Clavicular's anti-blackness is not a bug, but a feature of the hate within incel communities. And that is because racism is actually how white people bond with one another, whether we like to hear it or not. In the wake of George Floyd's murder, we bore witness to the anti-blackness at scale, in a way that is often shrouded from the public eye, which is why we fight for transparency, such as access to police body cams so we could see the heinous happening ourselves rather than hearing it secondhand from the police. A great example of this is in the aptly named Macabre World of Body Cam YouTube by Lindsay Ellis, an investigation into surveillance culture, police obfuscation, and more, narrated by Lindsay, who has been creating amazing original works on our streaming service, Nebula. Censorship is at an all-time high, but on Nebula, you get raw, uncut, and most importantly, early videos from your favorite creators with Nebula first. where you can watch our videos ad-free as well as exclusive videos from thoughtful creators like FD Signifier and Cap Block. And this is the best time to get access to our prestigious streaming service because we are proud to introduce free trials. And I dare you to try and binge all the bangers we have. Like my course on Caribbean cultural storytelling, where I dive into our unique way of communicating our history through story. And get this, each chapter of this course is a story. And I saved my most intimate and personal stories for this course that you can't find anywhere but here. And after you failed binging all of our catalog, I got even better news for you. For the month of December, you can get 50% off our yearly subscription with my link, nebula.tv/Foreign Fridays. So instead of $60 per year, it's only $30 to get original videos, extended and ad-free. But most of all, you get to support your favorite creators making bigger and better productions rather than supporting the CEOs that run these platforms where your money goes to rather than the creators that make the works that you love. And you could even get $200 off a lifetime subscription with my link, nebula.tv/Foreign Fridays, which means for $300, you get Nebula for as long as you and Nebula lives. And all of this money goes to supporting independent creators because given the state of cinema and the industry in general, we have to support independent creators to save the future of media. So if you want to help the future storytellers of tomorrow, sign up with my link, nebula.tv/Foreign Fridays, and get access to the smartest service in streaming, Nebula. Huda, otherwise known as Hudad, won't be black, but since she can't, she settled for being anti-black. And that backfired. With friends like these, who need enemies?
North Carolina TikToker Brene Kennard ordered to pay $1.75 million after a jury found her liable for having an affair with her manager, Tim Montague. Montague's ex-wife, Akira, suing Kennard for her deliberate interference in the marriage, including wrongful and malicious acts.
It's a foreign man in a foreign land. This is the Brene v. Akira saga. Brene, who is a TikToker who went viral for reasons you will not believe.
Get ready with me to go to church. It's our pastoral anniversary. Today is Gray and Pop of Color.
I'll pass, like, that's tacos.
Pastor anniversary.
Oh.
I'm gonna show you my outfit at the end of this video, okay? Remind me.
Oh, she got them junk nails on. Personally, I'm not a fan, but I appreciate the art that goes into it.
This gal going viral, not for her talents, but for her talents.
And she got some huge biddies. And part of the reason she went viral originally is because she was asking for money to help get a breast reduction and then just didn't get it.
GoFundMe is in my bio right now. I don't need any negative comments. Y'all don't worry about how I look right now.
She ended up getting like $30,000 and just didn't get it. And then when they were like, so where's the money? She was like, well, go ask for a refund.
If you ain't donate, shut up. How about that? And if you did donate, go refund it.
And she doesn't look particularly tall either, so that's a lot of weight on a short frame.
She's compressed. She's a summarized human being. She's like,
the crazy part is like, you do all that, and it's like, oh, that look good as fuck, and then you eat it, and it's like, yeah. She's also Christian in that I won't curse, but I'll adult her.
What pissing me off, right? I don't really care for mukbangs or whatever. Y'all can't convince me that the audience for mukbangs ain't a bunch of fetishes. I ain't got a problem with that. My thing is, why you gonna pray over the food if you done eat some of the food? If you could see, like right here, the whole spoon up in her mouth, she done eat a dollop of queso, and then she could go, I forget to pray over the food. I forgot I was Christian. Brene click clack and smack her way into over 2 million followers, and that changed her and her husband Devon's life. This man who looked like he being held at gunpoint to do this TikTok is Devon, Brene's partner at the time. From there, we get into
legs and hips and body.
That's Tim. I might have met my match. This man more tooted up than me. Not going yam for yam with Tim. I can't contain my disdain for this man. He given us meated man them a bad name, but I digress. It's important to know these characters because things about to get uglier than Kodak Black.
This is Tim and Akira. They are married at this point, and they have been together for several years. He was in college playing football, and she was supporting their family by herself along with her family financially.
He seems to do the same thing with Brene down the line. So it seems like he is just very much attracted to people that could provide him. Brene, Tim, and Devon all knew each other in high school, right?
Everyone except Akira, as I understand it. Devin and Tim, they go back and forth about whether or not they are blood related, but Tim and Devin are at least very close friends, if not cousins.
Didn't Tim and Brene date briefly in high school?
Tim and Brene dated in high school for about a year. Word on the street is that they broke up because Tim cheated on her with her twin sister, Corinne.
Then his cousin, I'm not gonna name him. His cousin, we're gonna call him Doodoo Head.
She was hot.
This is at the time her husband, and she is filming a video where she is referring to dating his cousin.
The whole time, Doodoo Head, I'm not Doodoo Head. The whole time, babe, tell me how you felt about it though.
It's given Derek Jackson's wife.
I was in my bonnet and you dragged me in front of camera. What do you want?
Parading him in front of a camera for content.
And she's like, you were so hurt, weren't you, babe? I hurt my baby. I hurt you. You weirdo.
I really hurt, guys. I really hurt my man. It was in his feelings because every time we talk about it, he talking about some, see, you left me for Doodoo Head. See, you got with Doodoo Head before you got with me. Now look at you like, boy.
This is Brene and Devin.
These are the Mayos, a black family, last name the Mayos. And then you have
Tim and Akira. They are the Montagues, as I understand it.
This sounds Shakespearean. Both the Montagues and the Mayos
got along. Friends. Once he got married, they all like hung out together and did stuff on Brene's platform together.
Like cooking.
Yeah.
This is Brene and Tim cooking. Mind you, Akira and Devon are not very far away. But if you look closely at Brene and Tim, you get a foreshadowing of what's to come.
From what we hear, it's like Akira was like, oh, they're like siblings. Tim, Brene, and Kara was bumping pouches during this.
Folks can't discuss this without teetering on the fat phobia. His dick communist is killing me.
Shame. What the heck you do that for? I don't even know what to say.
The camera is being held and operated by Brene.
And it's always on Tim.
My God. Well, I can tell you this. You helping me make my decision because... Dog! I've been thinking about an abortion. Now, I know you ain't doing that.
There's speculation on if Akira knew and she was simply playing 40 chess to build a court case.
I think she didn't know. Because from what I understand, she didn't even know they dated in high school.
I don't like how the onus lands on the victims of infidelity to see infidelity.
To see it coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole point of it is that I don't see it coming.
I encounter this quite a bit. The Bahamas, I mean, Nassau in general, like where we live, is very small. So oftentimes the cheating is kind of like an open secret to a degree because nobody wants to be the friend that comes to the friend. If a gal getting cheated on, they'd be like, she should have let that man cheat in peace because everybody know that he was cheating.
I would be everybody ass. Y'all gonna see me getting cheated on? You know I'm walking around look like, oh yeah, I love this nigga. Oh, I bet everybody love you nigga. That's fine.
The person being cheated on, given that they're in a relationship, ain't necessarily receptive to hearing it. And it's just gonna create a situation for the person's friendship. Even if I tell her, I gotta come with receipts, I gotta come with, pictorial evidence. And even then, she can be all like, well, why didn't you stop it or something to that degree? That's the defense that I hear.
Why didn't I stop it? What, I'm supposed to pull his dick out? I'm supposed to pull him out mid-stroke? Like, what do you mean, how am I supposed to stop him? I think it also depends on your friendships, too, because it's like, I wouldn't want to go up to a person that I feel like has a hyper focus on men and go to her and be like, yo, man is cheating.
If your friendship can't handle me coming to you and telling you that your man out here
making you look stupid,
then are we really friends to begin with? Tim in the room with 3 of the gals, he grinding. This is a whole throuple unbeknownst to Akira at this point. Tim's greed disgusts me. This avarice that they talking about in the Bible. You don't grind gals in the same friend group.
It's a good rule of thumb.
You ain't supposed to grind gals in the same friend group. This man grind gals in the same family and friend group.
There's so much go around. I don't know why we doing this.
For every there's 2 balls for the most part. You don't have to double dick.
He was triple dipping because that's his wife. We will soon find that there was an affair with Brene, and he was also smashing Brene's twin sister Corinne again.
I didn't know you going back.
There's some evidence that it's just been consistent. He's been having sex with Corinne periodically. To consolidate, there is his wife Akira, there is Brene, Corinne at certain parts. There was also another person that he had cheated with at some point, who was unnamed, that Akira knew about but forgave him for.
I'm sorry. So man.
Is this a lie? What is this?
I might be reading into
What
that
was
too.
that?
You saw that too, right? Like I might be reading
Yeah.
into it a little bit, but like I just
It's giving I've wanted your man for a very long time. And according to court documents, for the last several years, she had been plotting on that man.
I believe women and men can be friends. This ought not be a controversial statement, but not only in the context of Brene and Tim, a lot of people think that there's no genuine friendship between straight men and women. The argument is that men only make friends with women to get them to trust them, build bonds with them, so that when the time comes, they can strike, they can shoot their shot. People who say this are self-reporting that they only view the opposite gender as opportunities for sex.
I feel like there's something innately rapey about it, like because it's
predatory.
like, and misogynistic. I couldn't fathom someone just wanting to be friends with a woman outside of sex, and that really shows a lot about how you feel about women. Like you don't see them as people. So like a lot of women too, they don't feel like men have the capacity to just be around them without expecting sex.
It self-reports how narrow of a worldview that person may have, because if you don't have platonic friends of the opposite gender or outside the spectrum of gender, you're ignorant to all of those genders' lived experiences.
And a lot of this, if we're gonna correlate it to, like, she's Christian, and I use air quotes particularly because there's a type of Christian that I'm thinking of in particular that loves to use religion to deflect bad behavior and be like, you can't judge me, only God can judge me, and you know, I did what I did, y'all can't put me in a heaven or hell to oh, shut the up. You did terrible things, but you don't curse. So I guess that's your way up there.
Brene and Tim make it very difficult to defend platonic friendships. The fact that they doing all this on camera, remember, they were just friends right here.
Yes, we will. What? Yes, we will.
Oh. You're laying down in the bed, not you're laying up in the people them bed, blood. Play kissing your husband's cousins, that's also your friend's husband on camera is diabolical. This was when he was her manager. Mind you, they inside the woman's house.
I would also like to put some context around the house that we now know because of court documents. The house was owned by Akira's grandmother.
Not adultery in Mimo house.
She like helped them buy the house. So her name is on the house, the grandmother's. But Akira was the sole breadwinner for the house as he was going to make his NFL dreams come true. So just keep a pin in Mima being the owner of the house because that comes up later.
Where's Devin? He just walked in the door. Y'all are doing. I'm getting off live, y'all. I'm getting off live.
That ain't Devin. They said, where's Devin? She was like, he just walked through the door, and then here comes Tim.
Read the comments.
Ain't nobody flirting.
The chat is calling out their flirting.
Too much, bro. Just because I'm laughing don't mean nothing.
Bro, ain't nothing up, bro.
I'm getting off. Y'all doing what?
They was doing like a lot of flirting just in people's face.
They were doing a lot of flirting. There was also this one video that I don't know if you've seen it. Her retwisting his hair or like braiding his hair.
I'm about to search it up.
And her leg is across his leg, and she mentions that she's like, "Is my leg too heavy?" He like, "Nah." And people were like, "Why is your leg across his leg?"
That don't exist. That can't exist. That's AI. That gotta be AI. Hold on again. Hold on. Let me search this shit
And
up.
she was like, "Oh, he got hang time," and she like pulled his hair a little bit, and I was like,
"Oh, you mean hair?" Oh God.
Oh, that one.
Which one?
That
This?
top one.
Thoughts on Brene and Tim?
He will hurt you, sir. He seemed nice. He could be nice when he want to be. Stop, come on. The angels bow down. Is my leg heavy? Is my leg heavy? Oh.
I don't even understand how a leg could be there while she doing that.
She went out of her way to get it across his lap.
And I don't
He's,
even
like,
sound
on a
comfortable.
Yeah,
and
not
singing
really.
gospel. Notice that Akira ain't even in many of these clips no more.
She's not. Neither is Devin, for the matter.
That's because 2023, Tim and Brene had crossed the Rubicon. They had already crossed.
Oh, they got a clip of it? They're not allowed to have this
They're not
shit in
supposed to
there.
have the moment they played Brene's video of her confessing her love for Tim in Akira's bed.
How did you get that camera? Oh.
This gal here, cackling blood, very loyalist behavior. Like,
So from what I understand, there's no video of them having sex, but there are videos of her talking about recent sex and like twerking on him. In late 2023 is where things would start to progress. Brene is moving into or staying with Akira and Tim for a few weeks. Why? She says it's because her husband, Devin, had physically threatened her. She said that he beat on her. According to court, that is unlikely. Very soon, she got very comfortable in the house, like it was her house, walking around with no bra, very short shorts, something that Akira supposedly wasn't very comfortable with. But they're friends, so she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be a good friend to you. You can stay here for a little bit, although I am uncomfortable." And she was supposedly being very flirtatious at the home in front of Akira to the extent that it was making her uncomfortable. Also, remember, they have 2 kids, so she's around the kids as well. And it was making her uncomfortable and she wanted her to leave. Tim would say, no, she doesn't have to go anywhere. And apparently this stressed her out so much that Akira started to get a bunch of piercings. It was like her stress relief. And because she got all these piercings, she would go to her grandmother and mother, see all these piercings and say, "What's going on?" And that's when she would break down and talk about how Brene had kind of taken over the house, essentially. Hence why I brought up how grandma's name is on the house. She comes to the house and says, "I own the house. You gotta leave," to Brene. Brene says, "I ain't gotta go nowhere. Tim wants me to be here." Basically, she buck up against Akira's grandma, pushes the grandma.
She pushing an elderly woman.
And Granny pushed her back. And in court documents, it was, "Don't let this cane fool you." This is Devin presenting his side of the story leading up to the physical attack that she said he did to her.
You really had the nerve to sit there and tell me that to my face, that you love him and you don't want to hate him because he slept with your sister. And
This
then now she
apparently
wants
is
to...
the conversation they were having that led up to her leaving for that week. She sets up this idea is like, "I'm still really hurt from when he cheated on me with my sister in high school, and I'm trying to squash that beef, and I'm trying to like work on our friendship for whatever reason. I don't know." And Devin's like, "Okay." And she's like, "Oh, let's go over their house for Christmas." And he's like, "Oh, that wasn't really the plan, but okay." And then there's a lot of like her wanting to film things, but she doesn't want Devin in the video anymore. A lot of Brene going out with Tim without their respective spouses. And he's like, oh, I want to go with you. And she's like got an attitude if he comes or won't let him come or stuff like that. There was a time in which Tim was over Brene and Devin's house. Devin had fallen asleep and then woke up but pretended to stay asleep and overheard them talking about getting back together. He also says that he'd heard them have sex twice, at least, in his home.
First, big up Devin for being vulnerable, because I know personally how disappointed people get to see that side of men, not only because it breaks the illusion of the powerful, animalistic, stoic black man, but a black man's pain is a commentary on something else when it comes to the matters of the heart. I might get pushed back for it, but unfortunately, when we get demands to be more emotionally expository, some women don't really want to see this side because they take it as a commentary on themselves. They take it as an indictment on their inability to make their man happy, and therefore, because patriarchy has placed a man's happiness as a preoccupation of their woman, that woman identifies herself with her feminine wiles. So the ability to soothe the savage black man, rehabilitate him from his carnage, when in reality, that's not any woman's job, but it's ours to heal ourselves. It's very powerful when I see a man coming out detailing the ways in which he is hurt.
Especially because he doesn't have a platform prior to this either.
He doesn't have a voice, yeah.
Now it is
Now
getting
it
a
is.
lot more because he lost a lot of weight too. And so a lot of people thought of it as like a glow up since he left. Since Brene is out of his life. Even how people talk about Brene, a lot of it is very fat phobic, which I feel like her being fat is the least of the things that matter in this context. Akira also lost quite a lot of weight, but as I understand it, it wasn't like a workout thing that Devin seemed to be doing. It looked like stress. She was saying, I lost a lot of weight because I physically couldn't eat. But people are cheering her on for losing weight.
The perceived progress of a person being attached to their weight loss. They're saying like now Devin's in a better spot. They're attributing the fatness to Brene when that could have been independent of Brene.
Desirability does end up being a lot of like how Brene is understood or even how she seems to understand things, because I feel like she has a lot of envy towards her twin sister who looks like her, but people refer to her as the pretty twin. Eventually, it comes out that over the years, Brene had been giving Tim money to proceed in divorcing his wife, moving into a lease that she was paying for. And it would seem that they were going forth with that while he was still married to Akira.
And they financed the divorce of Tim and Akira.
Attempted to, but they didn't get divorced very quickly. Instead, what happened is Akira discovered their affair independently in early 2024. She found videos of her, the whole like, I can give you the world, and also the video of Brene twerking on Tim in Akira's bathroom. She had a feeling something was going on, and here it is. They separate. So now Tim and Brene get together, which leads us to when a lawsuit is filed.
The modern day Montague feud gone viral.
And it was nothing.
North Carolina TikToker Brene Kennard ordered to pay $1.75 million after a jury found her liable for having an affair with her manager, Tim Montague, characterized as
a manager.
That's just a lie that they used in order to justify unprecedented amounts of independent time.
Alienation of Affection would be a fire album name.
Carolina law as criminal conversation and alienation of affection. Montague's ex-wife, Akira, suing Kennard for her deliberate interference in the marriage, including wrongful and malicious acts. Saying in a court filing, Kennard engaged
all over online. She was not hiding it.
In behavior designed to seduce him. The plaintiff's attorneys presented evidence, including sexual videos and texts, a video of Kennard dancing in the couple's home. They argued the TikToker, who had millions of followers, flaunted their relationship on social media. Akira Montague saying as a result of Kennard's actions, she has suffered humiliation, mental and emotional anguish, and injury to her health.
I was under a lot of stress while I was pregnant with both my children. I'll talk about the stress with my second baby one day.
She had a lot of stress throughout the pregnancies because of having to work a lot financially, because again, he was a football player, so he wasn't bringing anything financially to things.
Due to the stress, she lost her third child.
She had a miscarriage, if I remember.
Keep in mind, all of these things happening, culminating in stress that have a lot of tangible consequences. Tim's avarice, Brené's betrayal culminates into essentially this woman undergoing copious amounts of stress to the point where they lose their expected child. And I assume that this is potentially Tim's child. So thinking about this as a husband and father, I am not only risking our potential baby's life, but her life in general, because a miscarriage is dangerous for everyone involved.
He had cheated on her prior to all of this with someone else. I don't know if it was the twin sister. After this all blew up, Devin would reach out to her and tell her that he's very sorry because he knew of Tim's cheating, not just with Brené. He knew about him cheating with Corinne, who is the twin sister of Brené. Brené and Tim, as of right now, are married. They got married in the midst of this lawsuit. If you getting sued for stealing my and you marry him, I don't know if that's the best idea. I would like to also mention that Corinne has 2 kids, and we don't know who's the father of those children. And Corinne says that it's not Tim. But I recently saw a photo of one of them babies.
There it is. I ain't gonna lie.
That baby is probably his. So now he is married to his cousin's ex-wife and possibly the father of his niece or nephews.
Brené and Tim punching in Akira Grammy marital home. The man say he was at work in 2023. This man baptizing Cork in his wife friend.
They found out where he met with Brené. Someone passed away in his family, and they did actually pass away. But apparently he didn't even go to the funeral. He was hunching Brené.
Man, let me tell you, there's a different type of hell for like that. I can't be sharing the same hell with that man right there. Because I mean, listen, Tim hunching Brené, and mind you, Tim and Akira kids right there.
Akira says she would be working so much, so she's exhausted, so she would go to sleep very early. They was probably hunching.
And Akira trusting her friend to look after her children while Akira works so that she could support this waste of a man, Tim, the tool man Taylor, from home improvement or home wreckage or whatever you want to call it. I could barely catch a nut nowadays because I got a son in the house. I gotta go to the hotel like a whore just so I can have sex. These yam heads out here exposing the woman pick-me them to macaroni noises and some BBW type which the likes of Spank Bang has never seen.
Despite being sued for alienation of affection, they didn't think maybe tone down all of their relationship online. They like roided it up.
Brené putting a foot in the nigga face.
That's new. I ain't never seen that. Why do we need to see that?
Got the whole foot, the whole hoof in the man face, man.
It's one thing to have the foot in the face. It's another thing to have a foot in your face, holding a camera and
putting that online. And Kira had to bound Brené over the piece for having the children in the videos.
So she filed for her to get a protection order so that she would stop putting the children in her content, because A, none of them have social media except for Brené, and 2, Brené was confusing the kids too. She didn't even want her to be around the kids in general, so they were able to do a protection order of that. She was telling the kids to call her mommy. They knew her as Auntie Brené because that's how she was, and now all of a sudden she's mommy. What is going on? And her kids are young. They're like 4 or 5 years old at most.
Cause yeah, I got a downstairs. Yeah. So I'm gonna show you what my downstairs look like. And we're gonna do the whoopties and the swoopties. That way, if you hear anybody, it's my baby on the phone. Don't worry about it. But yeah, so.
Yo baby on the phone. That ain't your baby.
She is psychologically terrorizing this woman. Brené got 2 million followers. I open up my For You page. I hear my children voice.
And you calling that your baby after you stole my husband and caused my miscarriage. She caused a little miscarriage, stole her husband, calling her kids her kids. And it's on public display. Russet, damn.
Russet is outraged as well.
One of our neighbors has a new dog, and it's this little black dog that's like around her size.
Not Russet.
That's her friend.
Even after the verdict that Brené has to pay Akira reparations for her misdeeds, the gal can say she ain't paying her a penny.
It was nothing but lies.
Brene Montague, who represented herself in court, slammed the verdict, saying Akira Montague knew her marriage was over.
favorite part. And it was nothing but lies.
Brene Montague, who represented herself in court, slammed the verdict, saying Akira Montague knew her marriage was over and allowed the affair.
She gave her consent. She said it was okay because she knew her marriage was over with and it was done.
But the jury didn't agree, and no answer on how she'll pay.
I don't know, but she'll probably never see it.
She says that he's worth it.
Tim is worth every bit of all of this.
You had Renee taunting not only Akira, but also her own husband, Devin.
That good for you to keep getting paid, and that dick ain't that good to get treated that way.
Brene wanted to be Akira. It's deeper than just wanting to be Akira, but it's also that she must loathe this woman. The way in which she, bar for bar, would quote Akira in her own vlogs.
You notice how her nails are different now? She used to have them junk nails on. When Akira get a bob, suddenly she want a bob. Something's weird here. Some of that, if not all of that, was Tim going to Brene saying, I like your hair when it's like this, or I like your nails when it's like this, and it's all things that Akira...
Then like your wife, bro. What happened?
What's crazy, I literally barely drive. I barely drive. I drive.
I don't drive no more, so it's weird. Really? Because he be driving.
Control X, Control V.
I wanted to be outside of a veterinarian.
Am I saying you caught me?
A teacher for special needs children, deaf children. Okay, we started off.
I'm 25 years young. I am a wife and a mother of two. Being in 5th grade, I had a teacher that helped me find out what my learning disability was and how to conquer those adversities that I came to.
I want to work with children with disabilities. I want to work with children hearing impaired. I want to work with all types of children that had us in that arena. Like,
she really helped me conquer the fear of not being able to be like everybody else or succeed like everybody else. But
I don't never want to compare my situation to nobody else.
This was a destiny swap. It's like when Captain Ginyu took over Goku's body.
I like that body of yours. Change now!
Yeah. Down to the hair. You could see it from there.
I got married in Italy. Am I saying you copied me by getting married in Italy?
It is literally an egg.
Who performed at my wedding?
But I gotta get used to the braids.
Andrea Bocelli.
But
Who performed at Courtney's wedding?
Andrea Bocelli. Gotta go shop.
You stole my wedding country and my wedding performer.
Nate is prettier. Thank you.
My favorite male singer of all time.
The wig looks better now. The wig looks better now. Thank you. Nobody said that. Yes, they did. Scroll up. Go to brunch with my best friend and her husband. And yeah, that's just go.
There's so much disgust you have for your own way of going about things that you have to want to superimpose another person onto you.
There's so much in this case. Like, it shows so much from like how difficult it is to form, female friendships. That's what I take away from this. Genuine female friendships under patriarchy. Think about how a common trope in the office places that women are carried towards one another and conspire against one another and whatnot. Like, that's a product of patriarchy pitting women against one another. That's exacerbated by capitalism making a financial incentive to actually to do that. You have the anti-fatness of this whole thing that's mixed with misogyny, because while Brene definitely deserved the cut ass that she's getting, make no mistake, it's easy to vilify a fat black woman. Because we've been hating fat black women as far as we could think back, like Norbit and Rasputia. It's literally playing the greatest hits because that's a bigotry that's been established from time. Also, the fact that there's not enough flack for the man, that engenders quite a bit of this because it takes two hands to clap.
I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it because he's a man. But then there's also this aspect of Brene has a platform. Brene was friends with this woman and seemed to have had a long-standing plot. And I do understand why Brene gets more of the heat just simply because she's the most visible and she's the one that put it out there.
You had Tim out there trying to hunch on everything when he could have just been playing with himself. And my friends at Balesa and I literally sending out free toys to everyone who signs up for my giveaway. You know Balesa by now. It's the #1 company for all things sexual wellness. And my big and be them woman them and man them, I got some tea for you. And it's piping hot. I talking about I ain't seen nothing like this before. I kinda in shock. They just dropped the first collection of silent toys. the Whisper Collection. Okay, use your imagination. You got the world's first silent device that vibrates. Balesa's new Whisper Tech line makes sure that you never need to choose between power and discretion. These toys are as powerful as they are quiet. You can put your pleasure first without waking up the entire house. Or even if your partner's sleeping right next to you. And now it's in whatever format that you prefer. Whether it's the Whisper Bullet, the silent bullet vibe that got 5 speeds. Despite it being tiny as a bullet, it's as powerful as one too. Then there's the Whisper Rabbit as well as the Whisper Vibe, which both got 6, count them, 6 vibration speeds. And you don't know the Whisper Vibe gets you that quiet G-spot stimulation. While the Whisper Rabbit has independently adjustable clit and G-spot stimulators in case you want to step it up another notch. But still in silence. And what I like most about these products is how soft they are. You ain't want nothing hard and fake feeling on your bits. Honestly, this collection is wild, and you have to see it, but not hear it, to believe it. And that's why I hooking all of you all up. Everyone who signs up wins a free Whisper Vibe or a free Rose Suction toy with any Whisper purchase. And I ain't gotta introduce you to the Rose Suction toy now. The #1 viral TikTok toy that's taken the world by storm. It's the iconic suction vibrating device that is beloved for a very good reason. Go find your free vibe with the link in the description below. And remember, Whisper toys will stay silent, but the question is, can you?
1, 2, Kaya's coming for you. Wake up and make